What's going on with you YouTube? Jumpman Chris here. We're coming back at y'all with another vid, guys. So we have an issue. Houston, we have an issue. We gotta talk about this. Now, an article just came out with nice kicks, and a lot of people's blowing this out. I feel like it's being blown out of proportion, but hey, could be an issue, and it probably is an issue, okay? I don't know about you guys, but every time when I buy pairs, either from a store, retail store, resale, buying from a sneaker show, always check your pairs, no matter what. Quality, you guys already know Nike's quality control is definitely not the best, especially when they mass produce a lot of shoes. I mean, we already heard this before from plenty of pairs. I mean, we heard this with the whole lost and found, the whole molding issue. I felt like that got kind of blown out of proportion because, like, I have seen so many lost and founds in my lifetime that I've never really seen a moldy pair, in my opinion, unless they clean it off or something. I've seen on the internet and stuff like that, but I've never seen one in hand, or when I open a box or something like that. Never happened. Now, this whole issue going on with the Nice Kick posted up was, of course, the Reimagined. Obviously, it's getting a little bit more attention and is blown out proportion because it's a very hyped shoe. So everyone try to look at some type of negative way. I'm seeing the comments and stuff like that, like, hey, these defective pairs and stuff like that. Like, one thing I know about Nike is that the quality control, again, is not the best. That's why I would tell you guys, check your pairs. And out of maybe a couple pairs in stores or whatever the case is, you might get one or two that's not the greatest condition. If the box is messed up, I mean, the biggest problem with the whole elephant print. Now, like I said, I saw on Nice Kicks, some people had on this posters, and it said the difference in the elephant print. Like I said, one pair is, and this come from the same box, the same pair. One pair, the elephant is darker, the other one is lighter. Like I said, the elephant print usually on Air Jordan 3s and a lot of elephant prints is very inconsistent. Like I said, it comes through these printers. Some of them looks, I saw this picture right here, it looks like it's been rubbed off completely. I mean, if you want to go back on it and get a little permanent marker and go over the little marks, maybe you can kind of dot out the lines and make it a little better. One person, they said a little scuff on the midsole part here. This part here I see, this is notorious on Air Jordan 3s that sometimes the elephant print comes in a little bit either thicker or some of it's too high. Like I said, quality control, that's usually happens on a lot of Air Jordan 3s if you guys haven't noticed. I have a couple Air Jordan 3s in my lifetime and I have noticed certain things about that. I have heard about it. None of my collection is pretty bad. There's another issue, quality control. If you notice that the left shoe, the Nike Air, is crooked, like the Nike is crooked. I have heard of a situation like that back when the Bread 4s came out, it was kind of out of line sometimes on the Nike Air. When a situation like this happens, if you were to buy it, let's say on, on the apps, or if you buy it from Nike itself, on sneakers, you could run into this situation, and what can you do? I mean, the best thing you can probably do is either return it, but that means you're not gonna get a pair, or you can maybe swap it out, or with StockX, you're basically kind of screwed. So that's, like I said, it's always best to try to buy pairs in person. That's why, if you want to go to a sneaker event, that way you can be able to check both pairs in hand, so you can decide if you want to pay for it or not. Again, is this a huge issue? Yes, it is pretty bad, but a lot of people are acting like it's every single pair. I don't think it's every single pair. Like I said, I have a couple pairs that I've seen already, and everything has been fine. Even my pair here, which is from Nike, so I have two pairs here. I actually have some other pairs that I want to kind of just prove and show off real quick afterwards, but this is my pair straight from Nike. You guys can see there might be a little inconsistency on the front of the elephant print, maybe, kinda, but I checked it, it looks pretty good to me. Both pairs looks pretty dark, not anything rubbed off, nothing crazy. So I got a good pair, I guess, if you guys want to say that. Like I said, always check your pairs if you guys can. Now let's put the myth into, so now I have a couple pairs here, even a bigger size and a smaller size to compare, all right? But anyways, again, this is a smaller pair, nothing too crazy. if anything, the right shoe might be a tiny bit lighter. There is some inconsistency, definitely, like on this one. Like this one, I feel like the lines a little bit is more indented, more darker compared to the right shoe, as you guys can see. But again, is that enough for me to complain about it and, you know, hey, I don't want it no more, I'm gonna return it? Probably not, you know. Like I said, this one is a size 9 or a size 8, a little bit smaller. And I have another bigger size. I have heard bigger sizes are way more inconsistent. Obviously, we only have 3 pairs here, so it's not like this is like the end-all be-all and I've seen every single pair. No, there's over like 500,000 pairs. No way I can check all that. But just saying, is it really that big of, you know, big of a deal? You know, is every pair that messed up? And I'm gonna just say no. I'm gonna just say, like, out of like 1 out of 50, or maybe like 1 out of 100 or something like that, it's maybe one of it's kind of bad or something like that, or 1 out of 1,000. Who knows? Maybe like just a couple pairs is messed up and some is not. Like again, like I said, guys, Nike's quality control is definitely not the best out there. This one's a size 10. Even the leather is pretty good. I have seen some pairs online where one was tumbled and one was smooth. I have seen that inconsistent on shoes before, you know, especially like Air Jordan 1s and stuff like that. But again, so far, we're 3 of 3 right now, so we're good on these. Last test is always the GS sizes, because you would, like with Air Jordan 4s and stuff like that, GS sizes always get done in. Now, this is the pair that I got from Nike. Like I said, I got this for wifey. Now, GS sizes are usually kind of done in, and as I can see right now, this one is not the greatest. Okay, so there is problems with GS sizes. So if you guys went on GS sizes, definitely check your pairs. Now let's get into deep in this one. Now I'm already seeing it right now from the GS pair right now. Like I said, this is wifey's pair. This is a size 6Y. As you guys can see, the elephant print is this size a lot less, not as defined. This one is a lot darker on the left shoe. On the right shoe, you guys can tell it's a little bit more not defined. Now, I'm being very nitpicky right now, you know? I'm being very nitpicky. So, you know, if I didn't know any better and if I wasn't checking, I probably wouldn't care. But again, see the difference on the GS size right here. This is the right shoe. You guys can definitely see that difference. They always mess up on GS sizes, man. I feel bad for the ladies out there and for all the little kids. Like, they seem like they don't put no effort in GS sizes. I don't know what factory messes with the GS sizes, but it just seems like every time with GS sizes, they mess it up. Now, the Nike Air looks straight, so it's not like crooked or anything crazy. So that's good. But again, check your pairs on GS sizes. So far, 3 out of 3 of the men's sizes are pretty good. Not like this is not like a huge myth buster or anything like that, but I'm just saying, I think we are kind of blowing this out of proportion. Obviously, Nike's quality control has never been the greatest, but one thing I'll just say is, man, this quality control and all this craziness, this is gonna make legit checking really hard, you know, especially if we're gonna just go off of quality control. We have to go off of other things, and you know, for reals versus fakes. I'm curious to see once I ever see a fake reimagined to compare to a real. That would be very interesting. Like I said, man, just did a little mythbuster, you know, quality control right here. Now, is the quality control the greatest? No, okay. Nike's never been good with it, but you know, for to say that every reimagined is bad, no. I'm not gonna say every reimagined is bad. Is most of them bad? I'm gonna say no on men's sizes. But I got one GS size, man, and it's already looking kind of sheesh. Like, it's looking little, like that one right there. Look at even that midsole, little scuff right there too, right there, if you guys can see it. Yeah. So be careful on the GS sizes, man. Men's sizes, same thing. Be careful with the men's sizes. Either way, I say, if you guys did end up hitting on a pair locally, if you guys can, definitely check your pairs. Check your pairs, and if it comes out any crazy, like, hey, this size 9 is messed up, can I get another one? Sometimes it'll be nice enough to like go back in the back and grab you another one if you're one of the first ones there. Obviously, if it's the last 9, probably shit out of luck. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. I know this has been kind of going crazy all over the internet and stuff like that. So, and I know a couple people made videos about it. So, just want to put my 2 cents on it, and just let you guys know, one of the biggest releases of the year, and Nike still can't get it down. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if it's your first time here. Comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media at Chris on IG, sometime on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. And I'm also on TikTok. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm Chris. Peace.